11 people have been killed, including a teenage girl, in a collision between an unlicensed catamaran and barge in World Cup City. 6 women, a teenage girl, and 4 men died, and 1 man is missing, presumed drowned. It is understood no foreigners were involved in the horrific accident some 800 feet off the city's main river embankment, and only a mile from the stadium where England will play. 5 were rescued from the unlicensed boat on the Volga River, which was being used for a late-night drunken birthday party for a traffic policeman. The boat, the Elan 12, sank moments after it collided with barge capital Vecherkin. England play Tunisia in their opening World Cup game in Volgograd on Monday, and fans have already started arriving in the city. Initial reports said that 10 people had died, but the death toll increased following the discovery of a woman's body on the wreck of the catamaran. There were understood to be no injuries or fatalities on the barge. Safety concerns were expressed after reports the catamaran was overcrowded with 16 on board when it had a capacity to carry just a dozen passengers. Also, it had no lights and an insufficient number of life jackets. The vessel was not registered and had no license to carry passengers, said local media. The captain and owner Dmitry Kokolev, a controversial former local politician once jailed for hooliganism and sexual violence, was among the dead. His female relative Anastasia Kokoleva was also killed. A source said, the people were having a party. Everyone was drunk. The accident was some 800 feet from the shore on the wide Volga River. Rescue teams were quickly at the scene but could only save 5 of the passengers on the catamaran. One of the rescued was reported to be a 17-year-old girl. Divers pulled 6 bodies from the sunken boat, and 4 more were found early today, before an 11th body was discovered during the search and rescue operation. Among the dead were Inga Negrash, 17, and her mother Elena, in her 30s, who was a doctor. They were the daughter and wife of police officer Vitaly Negrash, 43, whose birthday party was being held on the stricken vessel. He also died in the accident. One report said the cream of Volgograd's traffic police had been involved in the tragedy, as the dead included local traffic policemen and members of their families. One of the survivors was policeman Sergei Shkarenko, a friend of Kokolev. Shkarenko was being interrogated by police this morning. The dead were named as Dmitry Kokolev, Anastasia Kokoleva, Vitaly Negrash, Inga Negrash, Elena Negrash, Alexander Alafashkin, Elena Alafashkina, Natalia Dedistova, Alexander Elizarov and Yulia Sapanova. The rescued were named as Sergei Shkarenko, Anna Shkarenko, Olga Ivanova, Mikhail Tipinkov and Dmitry Dedistov. Kokolev, a former local MP and district official, was jailed for 4 years in 2009 after he opened fire with a Saiga hunting gun at a campsite. The son of a prominent former police chief, he was also convicted of a sexual attack. In another case last year he was accused by 2 women of sexually attacking them on his catamaran. Pictures later emerged of the alleged incident. But, there were claims he had used his connections in the police to avoid prosecution. Criminal investigations are now underway into the Volga River deaths. The stricken vessel was raised from the river bottom and hauled to shore early today, as the search and rescue operation has now been completed.